Magma Rager?
Good day, I'm Magma Rager Dex, and I play Warrior in Wild Hearthstone. Across the Time Ways expansion released in a week, and I want to share my opinion on the upcoming Warrior cards. I have a couple of deck lists that I want you to try on day one of the expansion, so stay watching until the end of the video. Unfortunately, not a single neutral card belongs in Warrior, except there was a discussion about misplaced Pyromancer. I believe Shatter is a lot stronger in Mage than in Warrior. In Warrior, you already have the best craftsmanship card in the game, so everything you want to try with Shatter packages is going to be slower than that. When I see Unleash the Crocalisks, the first thing that comes to mind is Shield Shatter, and I believe the best Shield Shatter deck today is mechathun Warrior. mechathun Warrior has this bottleneck about it, where you actually need to play every single card in your deck before you have lethal. So the total accumulated mana cost of all cards in your deck actually matters. With Unleash the Crocalisks and the For Glory spell, I believe I can shave a bunch of mana from the total mana cost of the deck. Right now, mechathun Warrior wins like on turn 9 on average. With Unleash the Crocalisks, I can maybe build a deck that wins on turn 8 or sooner. For Glory, soon enough, everything that resembles tempo in Warrior is just gonna be so inferior to just sitting on your ass and not doing jack shit. I believe majority of the time your opponent will just pay for the spell. Like, every single deck in Wild can make 5 guys, and if they can't, you can just help them. If so happens that you have a Razorfen Rockstar deck, and you got Light of the Phoenix and For Glory competing for a deck slot, I believe you should choose For Glory. Precursory Strike. I would commit crimes to have this effect in Warsong Warrior. However, not a single minion that costs 5 or more in this class ever does stuff. Like, off the top of my head, what are the Warrior minions that do stuff? They're like Armorsmith Basher, Battleworn Faceless, Warsong Commander, Lord Baroth, Skipper, Rover. And the best options for minions that cost 5 or more are like Hostile Invader, Deepminer Bran, Odin, Bloodwool Brood, Tortala, Remornia Leading Blade. I cannot make a strong deck with these cards yet, so for now this card is excellent, but only slop. If Lagash Bloodfighter is a big Warrior package, then why is it so small? Like, 7 mana is a normal amount of mana that I can just pay from hand. 7 mana is not much for Warrior. For the same cost of chemical spilling and food fighting, I can just summon a Rattlegore, and Rattlegore is going to be bigger. Like, my way to fix Lagash would be to make it a 10 mana 10/10 with the Death Rattle gives +7/+7. One thing you can do with Bloodfighters, however, is you can copy a bunch of them in hand. And if they stack, and the Death Rattles can proc like not just 1 or 2, or like, imagine if the Death Rattle procs like 4 times consecutively, I can get behind it. It's like a villain in that. But the only ways to copy minions in hand right now in Warrior are like Dead Man's Hand, Bulk Up, and Blood Warriors. Imagine if Blood Warriors costed like 5, but health instead of mana. That would be so cool. Heir of Hereafter. Welcome back, Death Revenant. A red 2, great 1. Everything you can do with Heir of Hereafter can be done with Bloodwool Brutes or Whirling Berserker. If this is what the Rewind keyword is about, then I just want the Rewind keyword to be gone from the game. Like, it was intentionally designed to be put on cards with stupidly high variance of pools. And for CDM Announcer specifically, it's just like the last 15 weapons that were made in this, that were printed in this game, are like vanilla tutus with different flavors, and then there's Climbing Hook. Like, who asked for that? Undefeated champion. Dies to removal. But then Ultra Gigasaur also dies to removal. We all die from removal. Gladiatorial combat. Usually in the sets with the design spells like these, they also get you some sort of another card that would complete it with like puzzle pieces complete each other. Like Cliff Dive, an all-terrain Void Hound that you're obviously supposed to summon from Cliff Dive. But on, as far as I'm concerned, not a single warrior minion in this set is named Tiger Extinguisher 3000 that deals exactly 5 damage to stealth minions at the end of the turn. So the Tiger is just gonna sit there? That's awkward. Epoch, spelled backwards, is copy. Which is funny, because I don't give a copy until I've had my Epoch. I thought control players love to bitch about resource management not being relevant in Hearthstone anymore due to infinite value cards, and also that the only type of game that they love to play is the one where your decision tree is like, should I play removal on this turn, or should I tank my health to apply my AoE removal to more minions? And Chronolord Epoch doesn't even have that baked in, because if a minion stays, if you let a minion stay on the board, then Epoch is just not gonna reach you. This is boring. Even for a control player's taste, this is boring. Slow motion, save the best for last. Would I pay 2 mana for a mana burn? That depends on the kind of deck I'm playing. There's not much aggro or tempo going on in Warrior in the Wild. There is Cute Warrior, which does not float 2 mana to pay for slow motion. There is Enrage Warrior, which you have to build very elaborately so that it doesn't break with slow motion in hand. And also there is Basher Warrior, which absolutely does want slow motion. And I know that because back when Basher first released, I tried to add a bunch of disruption cards here to help Basher survive. My first choice was like Disruptive Spellbreaker. My second one was like Blade Master Akani, and these were bad cards. But they help me understand that while there are certain breakpoints that you need to hit in order for your disruption card to be relevant, slow motion, for example, may not prevent your opponent from casting a Frost Nova or a Solid Alibi immediately, but I played Hostage Mage and I know it's important to both cast an Alibi and also play some cycling cards to get to your next alibi, which is somewhere down the line. So while slow motion may not immediately prevent your opponent from casting an alibi, it may stop your opponent from casting like some 5th or 6th alibi in a chain, and that might genuinely win you the game. Here are a couple of decks that I want you to try on day 1 of Across the Time Ways. Here is Mechathun Warrior. Siphoning Growth is a bit of a weird card here. If it doesn't work for you, you can safely cut it. And here is my 40 card Basher Warrior that I like to play a lot more than 30 card Basher Warrior. I'm sorry KBLT, sorry Copper Scum, if every time I play 30 card Basher Warrior, it feels like exactly like Warsong Commander, Frothing Berserker, OTK, except that Bashers are also suicidal into Egg of Kalos, with absolutely no difference in between. Thanks for watching, I love you and I love Warrior.